Right now, Elon Musk is worth $1 trillion. That number is so large that most people cannot actually picture it. If you spent $1 million every single day, it would take you 2,700 years to spend $1 trillion. 2,700 years. And yet, history has seen men who made Elon Musk look almost ordinary. Let's go back. All the way back to the kings, emperors, and rulers who did not just own companies or stocks, they owned entire countries, entire civilizations, everything the eye could see and everything beyond it. And when you compare their wealth to Elon's $1 trillion, something extraordinary happens. The numbers stop making sense. The first king we need to talk about lived in West Africa in the 14th century. His name was Mansa Musa. And he was the ruler of the Mali Empire, an empire that sat on top of more than half of the world's entire supply of gold and salt. When historians try to calculate his net worth in today's money, they run into a problem. The number is so large that most economists simply say it is incalculable. But the estimates that do exist put his wealth somewhere between $400 billion and $400 trillion. Not billion, trillion, potentially 400 of them. To put that in perspective, Elon Musk has 1 trillion. Mansa Musa may have had 400, but here is the story that proves just how incomprehensibly wealthy he was. In 1324, Mansa Musa decided to make a pilgrimage to Mecca, a religious journey, something kings did. He did not travel alone. He brought 60,000 people with him, 12,000 servants, 500 personal attendants, each carrying a golden staff weighing nearly 3 kilograms, and 80 camels, each carrying between 50 and 300 pounds of pure gold dust. As he traveled through Egypt and the Middle East, he gave away gold so freely and so casually that he single-handedly crashed the Egyptian economy. The price of gold collapsed across the entire region and did not recover for 12 years. One man, on a road trip, accidentally destroyed an entire country's economy by being too generous. Elon Musk has never done that. But Mansa Musa was not alone in making modern billionaires look small. Let's go further back, to Rome, to a man named Augustus Caesar, the first emperor of the Roman Empire. Augustus did not have a net worth in the traditional sense. He had something far more powerful. He personally controlled the treasury of the most powerful empire on Earth. Historians estimate that at the height of his power, Augustus Caesar personally controlled wealth equivalent to between $4 and $5 trillion in today's money. More than Elon. More than 4 Elons combined. But Augustus did not just control money. He controlled everything money could buy. Every road in Europe. Every army on Earth. Every grain supply feeding millions of people across 3 continents. When you are the emperor of Rome, you do not have a net worth. You are the net worth. Then there was Genghis Khan, the Mongol emperor who built the largest land empire in human history by conquering territory stretching from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe. Genghis Khan did not accumulate wealth the way modern billionaires do. He accumulated it the old-fashioned way. He took it from everyone, repeatedly. At his peak, he controlled land and resources equivalent to somewhere between $100 billion and several trillion dollars in modern terms. Every trade route between East and West passed through his territory. Every merchant paid him. Every kingdom sent tribute. He did not own a company. He owned the road every company had to use. And then there is the man who might be the wealthiest human being who ever lived. A man most people have never heard of. His name was Amenhotep III, the pharaoh of ancient Egypt during its golden age, around 1350 BCE. Egypt at that time controlled the Nile, the only reliable water source in a desert continent. Whoever controlled the Nile controlled life itself. Every crop, every animal, every human being within 1,000 miles depended on water that flowed through land that Amenhotep owned. He also controlled Nubia, the source of the ancient world's gold supply. He did not trade for gold. He owned the ground it came from. When historians attempt to calculate what percentage of the known world's total wealth Amenhotep controlled, the number they arrive at is staggering, somewhere between 20 and 30% of all wealth on Earth. Today, the entire global economy is worth approximately $105 trillion. 20% of that is $21 trillion. Elon Musk has 1 trillion. Amenhotep may have controlled 21. But here's the thing that makes all of these comparisons both fascinating and slightly absurd. Elon Musk's wealth is different from every king on this list in one fundamental way. Every king we just talked about inherited their wealth. They were born into it. Mansa Musa inherited the Mali Empire. Augustus was adopted by Julius Caesar. Genghis Khan built his empire through military force. Amenhotep was handed Egypt at birth. Elon Musk started with nothing by comparison. A middle-class kid from South Africa who moved to Canada with almost no money and built PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX, and a dozen other companies from scratch. The kings on this list owned their wealth because of the family they were born into. Elon owns his because of the companies he built. That does not make him richer than Mansa Musa or Augustus Caesar in absolute terms. But it does make the comparison more complicated than it first appears. Because $1 trillion built from nothing in a single lifetime has never happened before in human history. The richest kings in history had centuries of accumulated power, territory, and resources behind them. Elon had 40 years and a very good idea about electric cars. So is he the richest person in history? Probably not in absolute terms. But in terms of what he built, how fast he built it, and how he built it, there has never been anything quite like it.